And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the line? I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
Jabron.
the Parlay Pounder.
You got it. We're back.
This is Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. And we got a full slate here. This is a very fun time of the year for your run-of-the-mill sports bettor, pro bettor, whoever you are.
Yep.
Let's start things with the NBA playoffs. Game 6, Boston Celtics, 76ers. That is tonight, 6:30 Central Standard Time on ESPN. Philadelphia leads this series 3-2. Game 5 was won by Philadelphia in Boston. Kind of a letdown, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
115-103.
Yeah, Andy. The Celtics on their own floor had their worst shooting performance of the series in Game 5. Only scoring 103 points. That is unheard of for this Boston Celtics team, especially at home. There was, little offense outside of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Those are their two all-stars anyways, but they combined for 60 points. They got to get a lot more out of those role players, just in general. 60 points is not going to hack it for these guys, but those other guys got to push it if they want to keep up with the likes of Joel Embiid and James Harden on the other side. If you remove the dynamic duo from the mix, Boston just shot 13 of 40 from the floor. That is just 32% from the floor. So with their big men, their guards, and all that kind of stuff, that is a terrible percentage of 32.5%. So I do look for them to kind of bounce back in this one because their life's on the line. They don't play again if Embiid comes and squashes their dreams right here. That's why I do believe that
just heading back to Boston.
That it's heading back to Boston for Game 7. Best two words in sports is Game 7. So
and this series has really kind of gone back and forth. We thought, all right, Philadelphia stole one in Boston. Here we go. But then Boston came back. They got one in Philadelphia. So this has kind of been back and forth here.
For sure. And, at a moment in time during the series, Andy, I really thought that Boston might just blow them out the rest of the series.
Well, yeah, there's been some lopsided scores.
And that's kind of where I was going to, just because I didn't know if James Harden is going to be the James Harden of old, the playoff buster, as they would have called him back in the day. But Joel Embiid looks like he's on, but it really looks like James Harden, fear the beard, during the playoffs is, hitting on all cylinders.
That Game 5, Embiid, as you mentioned, he came out 33 points, 7 rebounds. It was also kind of the Tyrese Maxey game. He had 7 rebounds and 30 points. He poured in 30.
Exactly.
Harden shifted gears. Remember, he had that huge game, Game 1 without Embiid. Only 17 points, but he had 10 assists. That shows me that maybe James Harden has found something. He's always got those assists, but he always fills up the score sheet as well.
Yeah.
He always pours in his. Now you're seeing maybe another side of him where he's like, look, I got to start winning playoff games. I got to start winning playoff series. So I really like that dynamic, that gear that I feel like Philadelphia has found right now.
No, you're totally right, Andy. And if they want to close the series out, they have to do it tonight, because if it gets back to Boston in Game 7, that is a total destruction move for the Sixers, because that building will be rocking.
Yep.
We all know how Boston sports are in the Garden. That's going to be tough to take them down in Game 7. So the 76ers' best chance is to win tonight.
Yep.
I just don't think they're going to do it. I think we're going to have huge games from Jason Tatum. Marcus Smart is going to step up big, put his defensive stamp on this game. So I got the Celtics winning 116-111. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. But my best bet, Andy, is take that over 214 total points. Because that's going to happen.
It has to, right?
Yes,
if Boston,
it does.
like you said, it has to happen if Boston wants to win this game. And you already mentioned it. Tatum with 36 points. The stars really shown there in Game 5. Brown with 24. But where they got beat, and this is just back to the basics. Yep. They lost on the boards.
No doubt.
They were out-rebounded 49-36.
Woo!
I mean, there you go. Your second chance points.
Yeah.
Philadelphia figured it out, dominated the boards, and really that was the difference. Everything else, if you look up and down that box score,
it's even.
It's even across.
It is.
It's very, very even, except for
rebounding.
That rebounds. And I mean, we talk about it in high school. We talk about it in college. The same rings true for the big boys.
Yeah, no, Andy. And that's definitely true. And that's a lot of the MVP coming out with Joel Embiid. That's a big, part of his game. But like you said, Celtics got to battle back here. Taking the over, though, at the 214 mark is the best bet. No-brainer. After all, it's the number that the Celtics and 76ers have cleared 4 times this series, including each of the last 3 matchups. The over is also 5-0 in Boston's previous 5 road games, as well as 4-2 in Philadelphia's last 6 played in May. So this is a no-brainer. Hit that over. That's the best bet of tonight.
Smash that over. Any player props you like to wait till it gets a little closer to tip, but any of them that you're kind of been thinking about or you're keeping your eye on?
Yeah, no doubt, Andy. And I mean, you got to look. You got to look no further than Jaylen Brown, over 24.5 points. I think that is kind of a lock. I just think he's going to come out, show the alpha dog. Yeah. And, Tatum's going to get his. Tatum's going to be anywhere from 25 to 30, but Jaylen Brown's going to, I think, push it a little more and try and be the top dog in this closeout game. So I really like Jaylen Brown over 24.5.
You do this quite often, Jabron, where you sell yourself on one thing, and it's good logic, right?
Yeah.
You're going to hit that over. But if you're going to get to that over, you're going to have Jaylen Brown. So rather than hedging and maybe going somewhere else, you're like doubling down, like Jaylen Brown and the over.
Yeah, I think they're both going over, so I'll parlay them both together.
I like that. Hey, that's confident. That's betting with confidence. Should we head on out west?
Let's do it.
Another Game 6. Denver Nuggets going to Phoenix to play the Suns. That's going to be your nightcap. 9 o'clock tip-off Central Standard Time on ESPN. Denver leads this series 3-2. And this game has really gone back and forth.
It has.
Everyone's been holding a home court down. And you said that a couple of weeks ago, that Phoenix plays well at home.
Yep.
And they've played really good against Denver throughout this entire season at home.
No doubt about it.
I think they've lost every single game maybe in Denver.
Yes.
Or it's pretty close to that.
Yeah.
They haven't had much success out there on the road. But at home, they figured out, they found a way. Game 5, Denver won at home in Denver, 118-102. Jokic,
the GOAT.
I mean, triple-double. Once again, climbing the all-time ranks. Did you see his post-game interview? That was pretty funny.
It's just what it is every time. Just no emotion, nothing.
29 points, 12 assists, 13 rebounds, and Shaq's part of the panel there. And he goes, was Shaq on that list? And Shaq's like, no, I wasn't. You know that.
You know that. He knew that. No, it's just the same. He had 53 points the other night, and they lost. And they were trying to ask him about it. He said, I don't care. I don't care. We lost the game. All I care about is winning. 53 points, still no emotion.
Yeah, Murray had 19 points. Porter Jr. had his 19. We didn't get that kind of performance out of those guys. But Bruce Brown Jr. 25 points. Much like we said, it was kind of Tyrese Maxey kind of stole the show for Philadelphia. This was kind of Bruce Brown Jr.'s moment in these playoffs, scoring 25 points, really creating that separation. And I've said it all season, Jabron. When Bruce Brown Jr. goes for 25 or more,
the Nuggets win.
You're done.
No, it's all about, and that's the great thing about this Nuggets team is there is no ego. They don't care where the points come from. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, like you said, Bruce Brown. They're all shooters, and guess what? They're all wide open because Joker takes so much heat in the post. In Jamal Murray, that 1-2 game, they wide open lanes for everybody. As long as their guys, their outside shooters are hitting, they're a really tough team to beat.
And it's a double-edged sword with Jokic because not only is he a threat to score from anywhere. He's a phenomenal passer. 12 assists that last game.
Triple-dub.
Yep, hit that triple-dub, so he can find his shooters as well. Do you got a best bet on this one?
Yeah, for
what?
sure. And I do believe the Suns hold home court here.
Okay.
I think KD and Booker come out with just electric performances here. They're not shying away.
No.
They're none of that.
Nope.
KD is one of the best to ever do it. So fortunately for Suns fans, they have a better shooting performance at Footprint Center in Phoenix. And on top of that, the Suns have defeated, like you said, the Nuggets in each of their last 5 encounters at home. So I am betting the Suns. I think that is going to hit. But my best bet of the night, Andy, is Devin Booker over 31.5 points. I don't see Devin Booker having any issues hitting this over. It's just not only has he hit the over in 6 of his last 9 games, but he's also averaging 38.8 points over his past 5 home games in the playoffs. So this guy's going to get close to 40, especially in a elimination point right here. 32 points, that's easy for him. He's going to get 40. Lock that in.
What is the line set at right now?
As in for the Nuggets, I believe. Give me one sec.
It was
3.5 is what I'm looking at.
Okay,
for Phoenix to cover. Like I said, I don't know if I like that so much because I believe it's going to go right down to it. But that Devin Booker over is going to hit because they have no chance of winning if him and KD don't step up and really put points on the board. So Devin's going to have 31.5.
He had a good game 5 too. He had 28 points on the road in 41 minutes. Durant played 42 minutes, had 26 points and 11 rebounds, 7 assists. So he had a complete game. You kind of feel like KD is turning back into the KD of old, right?
And those guys didn't play a majority of the fourth quarter because it was already over. So literally, those guys put up those kind of points in 3 quarters of basketball. So literally, they're just going to go off. It's just the way playoff basketball goes: home, 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 home.
Yeah,
and then really Game 6 and Game 7 will.
And this is heading back to Denver. I do like how this series has stayed a little closer.
Yeah.
Unlike the Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers, where you don't know if you might get a blowout here.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
This one's been, even though 118-102, that Denver felt like they had it in hand.
For sure.
But I agree with everything you're saying there. I do think it's going to go back to Denver. Hard to argue with Devin Booker, despite what he's been able to do throughout the playoffs. I wish it was in the 20s, like 28 or 29. That 31.
He wouldn't be the guy he is if that's the case, especially at home.
Man, that's kind of stretching it there. But all right. Let's take a minute to recognize one of our fabulous partners, and that is the Nebraska Brewing Company. We've been enjoying the smooth, easy drinking Ale Storm, the official beer of Omaha's AAA baseball team. Precisely crafted with Pilsner malt and Sterling hops, making it the perfect summer baseball beer. Don't go anywhere. This is WTL.